5 underway here in the ballroom. Larry Michael with John Saraceno. Our main event tonight is Jimmy Lange in the black trunks against James Johnson in the blue trunks. A rematch from a fight these two waged 2 years ago, which resulted in a draw. Left hand by James Johnson over the right hand of Jimmy Lange. Left hand by Jimmy Lange. Now, John, you look at these two guys. They had a 4-round war last time. Now they're into kind of no man's land. They knew what each other had to 4 rounds. Now this is new territory for these two guys.
And that's how they're fighting. I mean, they're not taking a lot of chances here, but James Johnson is going to have to. He's not going to be able to outbox Lange from the outside. He's going to have to let that right hand go a little bit more and take a chance that he doesn't get countered successfully. Once again, the long left hand of Lange giving Johnson trouble.
James Johnson trying to get a jab going here in the 5th round.
I mean, I don't understand what James Johnson's doing right now, standing in the center of the ring.
James Johnson goes down with the big power shot by Jimmy Lange. Can he get up?
His equilibrium, Larry, hit him on the side of the temple, near the back of the head.
Jimmy Lange, his eyes are right on James Johnson. He's going to attack him as soon as Malik Waleed lets him go. Let's see if he can finish this off.
Let's see.
Johnson is wobbled. A big right hand by Jimmy Lange. He put Johnson down with a power shot right to the temple. Johnson is hurt. Body shot and an uppercut by Jimmy Lange. And a right hand. Johnson is out. This fight is over. Jimmy Lange gets retribution here in the ballroom with the knockout of James Lange. Electrifying. Jimmy Lange does it. He knocks out James Johnson.
Malik Waleed was doing the right thing. He was stopping the fight because James Johnson was out on his feet. Jimmy Lange, a spectacular knockout. Johnson's up. He's okay. He's hugging Jimmy Lange. What a sensational performance by the young fighter from Great Falls, Virginia.
Jimmy Lange was looking for an impressive victory, and that's just what he got tonight here in the ballroom.
Pepe Correa picking up Jimmy Lange, parading him around the ring as the crowd here at the Ballroom Boxing Series goes wild.
Boy, it ended quickly. Let's take a look.
Right behind the ear, Larry.
It was an overhand right that got him right behind the ear, and Jimmy Lange finished the deal. After James Johnson got up, Jimmy Lange knew what he had to do, and he did it. And James Johnson showing good sportsmanship, carrying Jimmy Lange around the ring here in the ballroom. This is how it finished.
You see that big, long, looping right hand, the jolting uppercut underneath. Lange right on the button on the chin. Right there, he's out. Malik Waleed trying to stop further punishment. Jimmy Lange, your winner here tonight in Glen Burnie, Maryland.
From another angle, the replay.
There's the good left hand. Then underneath to the rib area. Upstairs with a jolting uppercut that literally lifted Johnson off of his feet. That set him up for another beautiful right hand. The fight was over.
That does it for James Johnson. Jimmy Lange gets payback. Let's get the official word from Pat O'Malley.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner by TKO, 240 of round 5, Jimmy
Take another look here now as Jimmy Lange victorious. victorious tonight in the ballroom.
Everything is set up off that jab of Jimmy Lange. He worked it to perfection tonight.
Big, huge overhand right.
Yeah, really a telegraph punch, but it comes so quickly because Lange has good hand speed that Johnson couldn't get out of the way. Jimmy Lange thought he won that first fight in this very same ballroom 2 years ago. He thought he won that fight. It was scored a draw. Tonight, he got his revenge.
And here is how it ended. After the knockdown, Jimmy Lange finishes business tonight.
Showed a lot of savvy there, Larry, going downstairs and up the middle with the uppercut. Very poised move. He's been listening to Pepe Correa in the gym.
Great night tonight for Jimmy Lange, and he is standing by with John Scheinman.
What a difference 2 years make. All the hype that went into this fight, the build-up. I mean, there was so much clamor in this region for you to fight James Johnson again. What does this kind of performance mean to you?
It's great. It's great. I worked hard for it. I studied the tape. I knew that last time was a little bit of a war, a lot of blood and everything, and I knew that wasn't my fight this time. Just stick him. I was a much better boxer, so I just stuck him until he got impatient, let him run into stuff.
Didn't you feel like, though, the build-up, I mean, with this whole pre-fight thing might lead to a war? Just the emotion might lead to that?
No, I didn't have any emotion. My emotion is to do my job. I learned once not to let the crowd get me out of my game, and I did the right thing.
Pepe Correa's worked with some of the greatest, Simon Brown, Maurice Blocker, Ray Leonard. Talk to us a little bit about Jimmy Lange and how you prepared him for this big fight.
I prepared him to be patient. He was much more patient this time, took his time. Everyone was looking for him to throw a lot of shots. I said not to do that. Take your time, touch him, and set him up. This time he set him up. And, you know, that all comes from working with guys like William Joppa, who was a world champion, Teddy Reed, and George Minter. Those guys were tremendous in trying to prepare him for this fight.
Real quick, I'd like to, so we get this in.
Go ahead.
I'd like to dedicate this to my grandmother who passed away last week, Mr. Owen Ricker, who passed away 2 weeks ago, and this fight's for them.
Jimmy Lange, spectacular victory. He settles the score in the rematch with James Johnson. Let's go back to ringside.